Welcome to the Zodiac Spotlight on Twitchy Tuesdays. Today, we're going to be discussing Mars in Gemini, the Sun headed into the sign of Leo, and the electrifying conjunction between Uranus and the fixed star Algol in the sign of Taurus. For those that are new to my channel, welcome. For those that have been here before, thank you so much for joining me again on this exciting new July journey for Twitchy Tuesdays. We've changed things up. And I'm really liking this format. Hopefully you are as well. Ooh, let's see. King of Swords. Truth be spoken. Standing in power, listening to what you're supposed to be doing, and then actually doing it. Amazing. So we are going to start out in this Zodiac Spotlight with Mars in Gemini, the Ace of Cups popping out. We'll talk about this. That's going to be that overall energy. Mars gets into Gemini on 7/20. So July 20th at 3:43 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let's see, we got a few more cards coming out. Let's see if there is a grouping of more before I dive in. Here we go. We got one more. Okay, let's see what these cards say. So overall with Mars in Gemini, we are showing up with this Eight of Cups. I love that there's the number 3 here. I love that we've got the 3 fishes represented. It is a gift. It is a gift from this Cancer season that Mars ingresses into Gemini in Cancer season right off the bat. And this is where that energy of Mars in Gemini can really help to hone in what the closing of this Cancer season is. And as Mars goes into Gemini, there's no break time. Like we've got some waves here. This wave ain't breaking anytime soon. It's a ride that we are going to have to go down. We have the 9 of Coins showing up. We also have the Knight of Cups. We also have the Hanged Man reversed. And we are ending this story with the Knight of Swords. So let's work through all of this. So the reason why there's no break time as Mars dips his toe into Gemini, it's tied to the second Capricorn full moon, and that is the second moon of Cancer season. So again, this has been a journey in its own right. This Cancer season has been this intuitive understanding, knowledge coming about, needing to see how things are molding and changing around us. And it is in that internal realm. Well, now here is Mars. We've got the gifts from this internal realm, from this Cancer season. And the second Capricorn full moon, this blue moon that happens the literal next day after Mars gets into Gemini, Mars is trining that moon, allowing with this 9 of Coins, allowing for now the deeper growth, grounding, action taking to begin to unfold. Action, Knight of Cups, action from what was uncovered in the deeps, in the depths, in the internal intuitiveness, in that feminine receptivity. And then being able to take that information, being able to take what came out and place action to it, the Hanged Man reverse. Change the way you're doing things. Change the way that we're doing Twitchy Tuesdays. Change up what has and create that positive change, looking at it in a new light. Maybe there was something that came up in that first Capricorn moon. And as you know, Mars was going through Taurus, that you're like, I don't know what these pentacles are yet. I've got a good idea, but I'm just not sure how they're going to come about yet. Okay. Now it's time to start making those decisions, start taking those actions, start changing the way that you're looking at things. So we've got Mars into Gemini tied to this second Capricorn full moon, which is the next day. Then he starts building immediately to his conjunction with Jupiter, which will occur in August. That will happen on August 14th at 16 degrees, 40 arc minutes of Gemini. And this is where this understanding can have new opportunities become present. can finally begin to click into place, can finally begin to, like dolphins. Dolphins are active. Like that's what's in this Knight of Cups card. Dolphins are active. So, what is actively then being present that Jupiter is now making bigger, making more opportunistic, allowing the not the opportunities, the connections, the pieces to be brought together. I'm seeing a puzzle. I'm seeing a gigantic table with a puzzle on it. And personally, how I build puzzles is I like to do the outside first. So that's what I'm seeing is as Mars is building to his conjunction with Jupiter, you've got the border kind of made. There's a few pieces missing. You can't find these couple of pieces on this border to click it all into place to be able then to fully begin to work on the middle of the puzzle, fully begin to bring the picture into fruition. And that's what this conjunction with Mars and Jupiter can provide is, oh my God, I see the pieces that I'm missing on this border. Then after that, Mars is going to square Saturn retrograde. And 2 days after that conjunction, so the 16th of August, and then meet up in a square with Neptune retrograde on the 18th of August. And this whole week, we've got so much to talk about when we get to August. So we'll cover that in a future episode, obviously, because August has a lot of energy to it. So he meets up with this square to Saturn, meets up with the square to Neptune, both retrograde, and then we'll head into Cancer, where then Mars is going to be slowing down, going through his retrograde from Leo back to Cancer towards the end of this year. So it's go time for Mars. There's, this wave that this cup is on, it's coming. It's here. We're moving. We're going to bring it in. And that wave is going to reach the shore at one point in time. So it's going to be about that journey that is being taken, this Nine of Cups, this Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and this Hanged Man reverse journey that is going to be taken. And at the end of all of it, we see this Knight of Swords. We see the battle readiness. We see Mars ready with clarity, with institution, with um, strength, with courage, with all of the things that is needed as he works towards his retrograde and he works towards what is going to be occurring at that time. So there's a lot of things that occur. Another thing that we need to talk about is Venus. And as Venus is covering her retrograde zone in Leo, as Mars gets into Gemini, she'll be covering that zone in July and August. Mars will also be covering his previous retrograde zone at the same time. And he retrograded in Gemini back in October of 2022 through January of 2023. So we have two of our personal planets here checking in on how things have changed since that retrograde. Since all the learnings came up, this gives me that very Venus in Leo. How have things come up? How have things changed? How have things progressed and have, come into fruition and into abundance? Then here's Mars. Actually, I really think like this might be a little bit of that Mars, this Knight of Swords, that little bit of that Mars in Gemini, bringing that air energy. How have things changed since October 22 to January 23, when he spent an extended amount of time in Mars in Gemini, which was incredibly powerful. So I've discussed Venus's journey in the Venus and Leo Zodiac Spotlight, which I will link in this video. For Mars, he started that retrograde journey at 8-8 of Gemini. And I'm going back to this Hanged Man here. So with this Hanged Man, this to me, if we put him the right the right way, not reverse, Um, this was what we were getting when Mars first went through his retrograde 2022 to 2023. Coming out in the reverse, now how are we looking at things? Mars started that retrograde on 8/8 of Gemini. We are in an 8th year when the energy is coming back to roost, when the garden is coming back. And now this garden, this 9 of Cups, is in full bloom. There is something within these first 8 degrees of Gemini that is lively. A hanged man reversed is like, I just spent all this time upside down. Think about when you used to hang upside down and you'd like all of a sudden come up and come right side and you'd get tingles down your spine. Your brain is full of blood. You've got like, all right, getting upside down as a yoga practitioner and past teacher, getting upside down is one of the most healthy things that you can do, and just changing that perspective. So we've been in this process of doing this back bend, hanging upside down, and now we're coming out of it and we get to reap all of the benefits and all of that blood rushing, all of the tingles in the spine, um, as Mars gets through these first 8 degrees. It's very directive energy towards whatever this garden in bloom is, whatever this Ace of Cups is, whatever this journey of the Knight of Swords is. It's this ability for Mars to be able to take this energy from this backbend, from this hanged man, and be able to apply it to something, be able to apply it to what garden has been planted and bloomed around you since that 2022-2023 timeframe. Mars will be at 8 degrees, 8 arc minutes of Gemini, of course, on August 1st, kicking off one of the most frenzied months of 2024. And that's why, like, having this discussion now can help you really prepare for that August energy. There's something very potent here that we get between the 20th, this Knight of Swords, we get between the 20th and the 1st to really integrate into what this is. So that way, when Mars goes forward, meets up with Jupiter, squares Saturn, squares Neptune, heads into Cancer, is transiting the frenzied August that is about ready to happen. It's in power, it's in flight, it's in authority, it's in the energy that you are looking to put out into the world, the actions that you are looking to take, the decisions that you are looking to make versus somebody else making that decision for you, not having self authority, not having self autonomy, all of those different things. So, if Mars has been more dormant for you the first part of this year, this is where this transit into Gemini is where you may start to hear and feel Mars more. If Mars has been a little bit more nebulous, this Ace of Cups, this Knight of Cups, a little bit more nebulous, a little bit more like reverse hanged man, maybe even hanged man. This is where I think you're really going to start to see Mars begin to shine, really begin to start feeling this hawk's wings, really begin to start feeling the air, really begin to start hearing the battle cry that Mars is coming into. Mars, at the very beginning of the year, when I did the Astro-Vision 2024 overview, Mars immediately was my planet to watch this year. And he has a huge mission in our 8 harvest year of 2024. The big energies, the potent, relative, huge energies of Pluto, of Jupiter, of Uranus, and all of the transits that they're doing, we don't want to discount or reduce the impact that those transits are having. They are big planets. They are big, major transits. They allow you to have the opportunity to observe if you're using them as a distraction to not acknowledge, pay attention, do the work, make decisions in the area that is most needed. So while these huge transits are going on and we need them, we need that energy. The energy is for purpose. We also have to take a look with Mars and what Mars's archetype is at ourselves and are we allowing that noise to take us away from where the work actually needs to be done? That is Mars's realm, doing the work, making the decisions in the areas that are needed. So this is kind of like also a nice metaphor for life right now. You know, we've got big technologies and technologies in all forms, whether that's social media, whether that's computers, whether that's news, whether that's, uh, medicine, whatever, all technologies. Our world is definitely becoming more and more ingrained into all things technologies, movements, etc. As all of that is happening right now, are you using them as a distraction from what really we should be focused on, which is ourself, our own growth, our own work, our own development, our own journey, our own abundance, and our own manifestations of leading down and walking down our destiny path. Because if we look at the symbol of 888, so again, we have the 8 degrees, 8 arc minutes of Gemini, where Mars started his retrograde in 2022. Um, and then we take this 8 harvest year. So we've got 3 8s present in this, taken from the new numerology handbook, which will be linked as well. This energy really signifies that change is near, right? Change, this Ace of Cups, change is near. 9 of coins. Look at we've got 2 hawks present. There's a hawk in here as well. And we've got the feminine masculine energy balance. You have something to share. 9 of cups. There's something to share. There's opportunities that you are attracting. The hard work, reverse hangman, the hard work, this king of swords or knight of swords, this hard work that you've been doing is paying off. It's paying off. You're no longer stuck upside down. It is paying off. There is a need, though, with this 8, with the changes that are occurring, coming right back to this Knight of Cups, to focus on the areas of your life which are out of harmony. Practicing selflessness and unconditional love, self love as a means to find the balance, as a means to find the balance between this masculine and feminine energy that is present. So, one last thing with Mars and Gemini, we have some things to watch: gossip, sharp tongues, over promising, and under delivering. Can be very potent this time, especially if you have a lot of Gemini energy, you have a lot of mutable energy in your natal chart, or this is impacting a significant house with other transits that are going on and other transits that are present within your natal chart. So just a little thing to watch out for. All right, let's head to the sun in Leo. So Sun in Leo, blessed Leo season, and happy birthday to all of my fellow Leos out there. We know we love this time of year. Oh, love Leo energy, and it is out time. It is our season, y'all, and we are going to have to show this season what Leonine energy is all about, because we are headed into a very frenzied August energies. And, the sun, with it being in our home sign, it's needed. We need to show what this Leonine energy is all about, what we can do as the chaos of the stage is all around us. So let's see, what did I have? I had two cards come out the immediate moment that I started talking about the sun in Leo. I had two more come out talking about being on stage. So let's see. Let's see if we can get two more. There's one. Ooh, they may only want that one. I think that is where we are headed. All right, let me put these back. All right. So the sun will ingress into Leo on July 22nd, 2024. And as we know, all things Leo will oppose Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. Welcome to the show, y'all. Welcome to the show. The spotlight just got bigger. Yes, we've had the Mercury, we've had Venus already transiting this opposition, but now it's like this Seven of Cups. It's almost, whoa, Eight of Cups numbers. Here's another eight. This Eight of Cups. So it's almost like this reminds me of that energy of what Mercury and Venus have already laid the stage down for, as the opposing, getting into Leo first, kind of breaking bread with Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, sitting opposite of Pluto across a table, having these conversations. They've kind of like, all right, we've done this in privacy, we've done this in secrecy, we've done this in a way because they are still kind of leaning out of and getting away from their Kazemi with the sun. And so it's in this area of, all right, we've set the stage, we've kept it quiet, and now toot the fucking horns, bring on the orchestra, turn on the spotlight. 10 of Pentacles, here comes the fucking sun. And now it's showtime. This isn't anymore eight of cups. This isn't anymore secret meetings. There's no more like handsy footsies under the table being played. This shit is real and it's time to break it open. It's time to bring it to the forefront, bring it to stage. Let everybody see what is occurring. And this imagery here, I just got the vision of like back in like Roman or even beforehand, like ancient times when kings would make, um, I'm totally getting a wedding here. So like different kingdoms, different empires would make marriages so based on and do it in secret, do it behind these closed doors, do it with this Eight of Cups energy present, do it in, the negotiatory way, and then announce it out to the world. Announce it out that, hey, we're going to be having this union. This union's going to strengthen us. This union is going to bring these two kingdoms together. That is the energy that I'm feeling as we get into this Leo season. How are you on the world stage going to bring things together? Going to be able to integrate all of the things that have come before into all of the moment now and into what that is going to then begin to set the stage for the future. So Leo is a fixed fire masculine sign ruled by the sun. It's very lion energy. Its key phrase is I will. It rules the fifth house and the heart and the spine. This is where one of my favorite terms, fire heart, that kind of imagery, because it is such a blazing fire sign. It's so heart centric. It is the like what keeps you standing tall? How do you lead? You lead with your heart forward. You keep your spine straight, put your shoulders back. You go through life with courage, with confidence, with assurance in the decisions that you're making, with the strength, with the loyalty, and the vitality of the sun shining on you, your heart shining forward, shining out into the world. There is um, we come down to this bottom. I haven't even gotten to this middle section yet, but we come down to the bottom in the Emperor. The Emperor is anchoring in this energy of the Eight of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles. We also have the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Cups present, which is really interesting because as this is laying down, catty corner is the cups. So we've got the Eight of Cups and the Four of Cups diagonal from each other, and the Ten of Pentacles up on this side, and the Page of Pentacles also diagonal from each other. And grounding it all in is the Emperor. That it kind of even looks like a chalice, right? At the very bottom, holding the fort is the Emperor, which truly, yes, strength is aligned typically with Leo, but the Emperor is what shows us what is possible in Leo season, in this Leonine energy. What type of authority, what type of, this emperor is fixed. He's sitting on his throne. The things here are not in flight. They are grounded. They are the work that is needing to be done is being assessed. He still has to show up, still has to sit on this throne, still has to hear all of his, kingdom, still has to make the decisions, still has to nourish his own mind, body, and spirit to be the sovereign that he needs to be. There's very royal and regal energy that comes with Leo. There's a self-consciousness that is looking to be achieved as we go through Leo season. If you have prominent Leo energy in your natal chart, if you're a Leo rising, a Leo sun, a Leo moon, if you have large amounts of fifth house energy. So there's this need for self-consciousness to develop. So here's this Page of Pentacles and Four of Cups story. It's really where we begin this page. It's a beginning of something. We begin to uncover the differences between our physical pentacle self and look at how they're even looking at each other, and our spiritual self, this Four of Cups. And I love that the Four of Cups is representing here because this Four of Cups is on the earth. Because that's what Leo, this fixed fire, is really trying to get us to understand as a masculine fire energy, as a fixed masculine fire energy, is how are we bringing our desires, the emperor, down to earth, actually creating the empire that we are looking to create? How do we take that burning passion and bring it down? How do we take this self-consciousness and utilize it, the uncovering of the physical and the spiritual self, and begin the lifelong process of gaining dominion, gaining sovereignty, gaining control over the chaos that is being a spiritual being having a human experience? Blending those two, blending that masculine and that feminine energy in order to come out as the emperor, in order to anchor in our experience individually, to walk down our destiny path, to fulfill what we came here to fulfill. It's a tall order. It is a big order. And it takes courage. It takes all of the Leonine energy to do that. Courage, confidence, assurance, strength, loyalty, vitality, all the things that we just talked about. It takes every single piece of that in order to do that lifelong work because it is consistent. Oh, it's all the time. It keeps going. It's like an onion. You peel back one layer and guess what happens? The next layer shows itself. And you just keep going, going, going and growing, building you as the empire. You, your empire. So I wanted to read a little. I have the Astrology of Cosmic Science. I did link this below as well. And I wanted to read a little piece in it. This is by Isabel M. Hickey. And I wanted to read a little piece about what she wrote with Leo just to ground us in because it goes definitely with this whole story that just unfolded. In an age where kings are a thing of the past, Leos need the realization that the royalty of the Aquarian age will be the spiritual aristocrats who function through the heart and soul in real simplicity. What is simplicity but going to the inner heart of things and seeing things whole? Leo rules the inner center, the heart. That is where we are going to leave this zodiac overview of Leo season. As we get into Leo season, as the energies begin to unfold, and as we get into the frenzied August, obviously we will talk more about it. And discuss little more leonine things as we move forward. So let's head to our last conversation today on the Zodiac Spotlight, which is Uranus conjunct Algol in Taurus at 26 degrees, 30 arc minutes. I will also link the 7-7, actually the 7-7 portal and the Venus and Leo conversation. We're all in the same video. I will also link the Mars conjunct Uranus video in here as well, because this is the larger part of this very singular story that we are focused on. So on 7-7, Uranus moved into the 26th degree of Taurus, which brought us, which brought Uranus into a degree conjunction with Algol, which ended up bringing us amplified energy, amplified vibrations of the portal, the 7-7 portal, through this whole portal season, headed into August and the 8-8 Lionsgate. So now, here we are at the next stage of that. We opened the door at 7-7, the portal opened up, and now we are coming up on 7:20 at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, where Uranus will have the exact conjunction with Algol, 26 degrees, 30 arc minutes of Taurus. Okay, they must not want those. Let's see if they want some of these. Algol is a fixed binary star in the Perseus constellation at 26 degrees, 30 arc minutes of Taurus. It is considered the third eye of the bull. Medusa is the archetype of Algol. So, definitely can go if you wanted more information, can definitely go learn more about Medusa, her mythology, her stories. And Algol and Medusa really speaks to primal energy. It's a lot about tragedy, betrayal, rage, retribution, and mirrors. So, Uranus and Algol will be doing this dance, and it is going to be a dance because this is a 3 past 5 through 2025. They will do this conjunction 3 times between 7:20, which truly that energy opened up on 7-7, all the way till May of next year. So, this first meetup will be showing us the trajectory of how we're going to be taking this journey. And some of that may have already shown up as the portal opened. We will be seeing additional things show up, have perspective shifts. We may be dispelling myths that we tell ourselves, myths that we hold, myths that maybe other people hold on us. We're able to finally move away from, hone in on truth. Finally, woo! See how long I was like, what's happening here? Are we going to get cards? But we got a doozy of a card. we have the Ace of Pentacles out. Look at that portal. Look at the portal open up on this Ace of Pentacles card. And this can also awaken lost powers. Wonder why it came out right there. And connect us further into our authenticity. And it's all tied to the 7-7 portal. It's all tied to this portal that opened up. And that portal opened us up to the galactic truce. Pluto retrograde in Aquarius also became part of this story. So as Uranus and Algol have been dancing with each other since that 7-7 portal, Pluto retrograde in Aquarius has been making a trine to these energies as well. So Pluto is going to be very present for the first two conjunctions, placing his transformative, maybe even like a regenerative eye on everything that is happening, on all of these messages that are coming through. So let's take a look. They do not want any more cards, y'all. They're like, nope, you're done. Go ahead. Ace of Pentacles was enough. Ace of Pentacles was enough. I am being called to speak to those that have, roses, significant rose energy, lilies. Maybe that's a favorite flower. There's something here with these flowers being present. The fact that they are two different energy mixes. There is different energy between a rose and what that brings forth and what it symbolizes and represents, and that of the lily. I'm hearing lily of the valley as well. So if that's a fragrance or an incense or something that you have worked with in the past or brings back some sort of memories, that could be something to look into as well as we begin to go down this journey. So the second meetup will be September 26, 2024 to October 14th. So September 26, Uranus will be retrograde. On the 26th, we'll hit that 26-degree mark again. And then on 10/14 will be the exact conjunction. This now will then focus on what was learned since this portal. What's in the way? How did it get there in the first place? Going to the root of it all. Then the last and final conjunction will begin on 4/25 when Uranus will be back at 26 degrees. And then the exact conjunction will occur on May 4th of 2025. And this is now all about the release, the healing, the moving forward, the rebirth, the growth anew. Really, the spell is broken. Whatever this spell has been cast, whatever, thinking about Medusa's journey, thinking about mythology and the magic behind those stories, you know, the witch wound, the betrayal, the rage, the retribution, the tragedy within all of that coming through this process, depending upon how this energy is working with you, I get a real big sense that it's the gift. It's the galactic gift. It's the reason why this all aligned on the 7-7 portal. It's this galactic gift of that spell is now broken. Go through the process, go through the archway, go through the portal. Allow yourself this opportunity to be cleansed, healed, birthed anew. I kept hearing and did get the image of being very raw coming out of this. So kind of like your skin regenerativeness, like if you have like road rash where it takes off that first layer, you get like a microdermabrasion and it takes off that first layer of skin. The skin ends up becoming very raw, very susceptible to things, and you want to take care. You don't want to have the direct sunlight on it. You don't want to, you want to take care and know that you're going to be tender for a little while, right? You're going to be tender. There's some extra additional love and care that may need to be applied. A little balm that may need to be applied. Make sure we're hydrating, etc. So this is a great time to have a Medusa journal or a Uranus algal journal, if you will, and write down messages and events you are feeling that are tying you to these energies. How are these energies showing themselves for you? For myself, the 7/7 portal, I received a very specific word and phrase. Messaging came right in loud and clear, no questions asked. But that was it. It was a phrase, it was an understanding, it was a word. It was this, it's okay, got it. Thank you. The seeds have been planted. So I know it's you may not know what those seeds are going to bring, what this word and this phrase is going to, plant and grow inside of me. However, I do know it's about heading down this path, receiving this energy, receiving this rebirth, receiving what is being shown to me, headed down that path, going through that archway, holding the vision, trusting the process for the next 301 days, because that's from 7/7 to 5/4. 301 days. Let's take the journey. So I will be doing a chart chronicles or maybe even a special on Uranus and Algol transit. I don't I don't know how that's going to be birthed yet. I'm not really sure, trying to determine, letting the process go through, letting the ideas and the insights come. If you are an astrologer and work with Algol, work with Uranus, and you are interested in doing a collaboration, I would love, love, love for you to reach out and see what we can do, because I know, again, holding the vision, trusting the process. I know there's something seated here, and it's just about waiting for those next steps, waiting for the path to become clear, waiting to see what's right outside of that portal and the doorway that we just walked through. So stay tuned, more to come. This is the point in the episode where I ask if you are finding value in the information here today. Hit that thumbs up, or the heart, whichever platform you are on, subscribe or follow, and explore our other content, including Twitchy Tuesdays live. That is on YouTube. That is where I go live to clean out the broom closet and provide the Twitchy tip of the week every single week. That's where all of my lives can be found. We do transit by transit, day by day for the Twitchy week. And then we do way more tarot fun over there. So make sure to check that out. May your days be filled with enchantment. May your nights be guided by the stars, and your spirit forever be in tune with the cosmic dance. Keep those third eyes open, my fellow Twitchy seekers. And until next time, blessed be and stay twitchy, y'all. Bye.
In the cosmic dance, where stars align, Milani guides us through signs divine, astrology secrets in the night sky, revealed in her sessions where mysteries lie. TwitchyTuesdays, where the curious go. Tarot cards spread futures foretold in Milani's realm. Watch the magic unfold. A sage in the digital, a guide in the night, a wisdom profound, her insights guide from the depths of the occult to the high. show.